Hello all, Rahul Kekre here again. Thank you very much for watching my last video that was on implementing effective delivery, hybrid delivery methodology for IT project. Thank you very much for watching that, and I received very good review comments on that, and thank you again for that. And so today I want to make a video on discussing agile methodology in detail, that how to implement agile methodology in IT projects. But before going to that, I would like to discuss that how the agile way of working is part of our life. Maybe knowing unknowingly, we are already following that agile way of working, and so I will try to relate our way of working for some of the activities, that how it is uh, how we are following agile way of working in our daily life. Okay, but before that, one of the review comment on my last video which I received is, one of my friend want to know that, okay, fine, I have spent almost quarter of the century in the IT industry, so what changes I observe, or mostly how the things are changed or evolved during these 25 years. So I just want to take 2 minutes here to answer as per my understanding, and so maybe if we will go maybe 203 and 100 year back, so even today if we will compare, so a need of a person or organization is not changed, but how to get that need completed on time, or to meet expectation, the processes are changed. So just one example, suppose maybe 200 years back, somebody is staying in one village, and one of his relatives is staying in another village. So the need is to communicate with our relatives or to meet them. So the process was either they have to go by walking, or some bullock cart, or some kind of horse. Or I'm not very sure that what was happening 200 years back, but I'm just guessing that might have been the process. And every process is governed by a policy and procedure. So that process maybe 200 years back was governed by a certain policies and procedures. So maybe, again, I'm not claiming that 100 years back postal services started, but maybe before 100 years postal services started, so again our need was to communicate with our friends and relatives. So now the process become to, maybe sometimes we can send them a correspondence through postal service because it was started. So the process changed, but the need was same of a person, right? So but now this postal service process was governed by some different policies and procedures to implement and govern and control it, right? So still the need is to communicate. Same example, still today also we need to communicate with our friends and relatives. So now the process, more than 90% we are using internet as the process, right? So now this process is governed by some other policies and procedures, right? So the need of a person or organization remains same, but to get it executed on time or to meet our expectations, so processes are changed. So and every process is governed by certain policies and procedures, so those are now in place as per the you know if any new processes introduced or processes improved, so maybe some changes in policies and procedures, or new policies procedures are in place, right? That's it, right? So that's how I want to answer this right now. So same way, if we'll talk about organization, 200 years back also they wanted to maybe get more business, and today also more or less the objective are same, but to get it executed, maybe the processes are changed. So if the process is improved, or a new process, very a new efficient processes come, so the expectations are increased, and maybe the benefit realization, uh, all those things are changed, but the basic needs are same. That is what my interpretation is. I hope I answer your question or comment. But anyway, if it doesn't suffice your question, please let me know. I'll try to answer it some differently. Always review comments are always welcome from all my friends. Okay, so here I would like to start that how knowingly unknowingly we are following agile way of working in our daily life, and then if time permits, I would like to discuss that how this agile way of working is implemented in IT. But today I would like to discuss that how we are doing it in our daily life. Okay, so here I go. Okay, so I would like to start with my first example of our daily life, or maybe in our childhood. So, when maybe we are 10 years old, so we have some suppose 4 or 5 friends, and we are planning to go to play a nearby playground or a certain a specific a game. So a child will discuss that with his 4 other friends. Okay, so this is my plan that at 4 p.m. we will go there and play suppose cricket. So maybe for those individual friends came with certain suggestions from their side that in place of 4 p.m., suppose one friend is saying in place of 4 p.m. if we'll go by 4:30, that will be I think better, or maybe some other suggestion from a friend. So suppose without going much in detail that why this plan is changed, and uh, what will be the very a big implication. So if all those 5 friend things, or maybe the first one whose original idea was to go 4 p.m. and play that suppose cricket there. So maybe he's agreed that yes, I think my friends are right, and if I'll modify or my plan according to all other suggestions of my 4 of my friends, so I think that will be better. So that child modified his plan, and that was a win-win situation for all. And maybe they started playing by maybe 4:45, or in place of for just for example, in place of suppose 20 overs, somebody suggested to okay, go for 15 overs, and then we'll see if time permits, we can play one more game of 5 overs. So the plan was modified, right? And without much argument, or without going in too much thought process, that because that might be already 2 p.m. when it was discussed. Okay, so at last what happened, all those 5 friends were able to go to that nearby ground, and were able to play the game of their choice, maybe with little modification in the plan, right? So that is our first step for the agile way of thinking, and of course working, right? Because agile is all about adapting to suggestions or feedback from stakeholders to our design and solution. So maybe in childhood we don't know all these terms, that stakeholder, design, adapting, but that's what unknowingly we do that, right? So that is our first step to the agile way of working in our life. And the most important aspect of agile way of working is to adapting to suggestions from stakeholders to our plan, to make it better in order to give more benefits to all stakeholders. So this is our first step in our life for the agile way of working. Okay. Hi guys, so I think I'm clear with my first example, but let me try to give another example. And this time we will try to see that if I'll talk about the agile way of working, which is suggested for any industry, and agile way of working is very successful in IT industry. I'll come to that, at what are those industries where agile way of working may not be that effective. We'll come to that later. But the agile way of working, which is suggested for any organization, has 3 pillars, 12 principles, and 4 values. So we will see in this example that in our daily life, how we are following agile way of working, and then it will be really easy to understand or implement it in any project or of any industry, wherever agile way of working may be effective or efficient. Okay, so let us see one example. Suppose today I want to I told all of my family members, maybe 5 of them, I'm just okay giving a number. So I told them that I'm going to make a wonderful dish, maybe for example a very good vegetable curry called paneer butter masala. Okay, and I'm going to make all of you family members will be very happy with me. My uh, cooking skills, and I don't want to stress on cooking skill, but I will prepare a very tasty dish, and I'm going to make all my family members very happy today. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do today, and let us see how uh, I will automatically be following this, 3 pillars, 12 principles, and 5 values. So let us see them one by one. Okay, so fine. So I just went in the kitchen, and Okay, and I started cooking. Okay, so now, do you think I should finish all cooking and when the vegetable curry, maybe paneer butter masala is ready, and I should go and serve them? Okay, this is the paneer butter, butter masala which I prepared. And when they tasted, they said, no, this is what the taste and ingredients which you used, this is not, what we expected. And it really did not make us that happy, or it did not excite us at all. So then your plan, your plan has gone for a toss, right? So now how should you approach this? And maybe we are already doing that to, make them happy if we have told them. Okay, fine. Okay, so what we will do is, okay, we started. Okay, we started preparing paneer butter masala. Okay, fine. So maybe when it is just when we are just preparing all ingredients ready, or maybe when just it is 10% ready, we will kindly invite our family members. No need for a formal invitation, but okay, we'll just call them. Okay, please come. See, I'm on my way to make all of you happy. Okay, see, just see that. Okay, so they will just taste a bit. Okay, all our ingredients, and then they can suggest that. Okay, fine. I think you can change this ingredient, or this is more, this is less. Okay, that's good. Okay, fine. So now if we'll talk about this only one example, or maybe just one event in this full process. So we already followed three pillars. What are those three pillars? One is transparency. So transparency in our work should be given to all stakeholders. So that's what we did, right? We kindly call them to kitchen, and we showed them, see what I'm doing. This is called transparency, right? Second thing, what agile pillar talk about is inspection. Inspection. What is inspection? So not only the developer team, or the project team which is working on the agile project, but all the stakeholders should inspect the development work so far, and that's what happened, right? So all our respected family member inspected what I'm doing, and I was also inspecting. So second pillar also we followed. Okay, the third is adaptation, which is the most important part of agile. If we are not adapting to our stakeholders suggestion, to our solution and design, we are not agile. Even we are, if we are doing everything else, right? So then that's what we did. See, so after whenever, suppose it was 10% ready, but there was a suggestion to make some changes in ingredients, or the quantity of ingredients. So that's also we did, right? So all three pillars we already followed, right? Okay, good. Okay, guys, so let's go through, all 12 principles one by one for the same example in our kitchen for paneer butter masala, which I'm cooking right now. That how I'm following these 12 principles. Okay, the first one talks about satisfy customer through early and continuous delivery, right? Okay, so that's what I'm doing. See, what I suggested them, that okay, whenever it will be, maybe last time when they inspected it was 10% ready, next time also when it is 20% ready. So again I invited all my respected family members, why don't you see it again? Okay, that's good. So this time also they can give some suggestion, and I can adapt to it, no issues. Okay, but again the first principle is followed. It three pillars we already discussed, we are following it. First principle, satisfy customer through early and continuous delivery, right? So whenever 10%, 20%, 30% the vegetable curry is ready, I'm inviting them. So every time we are following three pillars also, and first principle also what we discussed, that satisfy customer through early continuous delivery. That's what I'm doing, right? Okay, fine. The second principle says that welcome changing required even late in the project. Okay, fine. Suppose I am 90% ready with my paneer butter masala. Okay, somebody tell, one of my family member told me, why don't you put some nice cream on it? That will be really good. That will give you, okay, fine, 90% ready, fine. I am ready to do that, fine, okay. So the second principle also followed. That's good. Third talks about deliver value frequently. Okay, so again, the example which we are talking about, when the vegetable curry was at 10%, 20%, 30%. So, so now all of them are imagining that yes, it is going to be ready now. It is getting there. It is getting there, right? So I'm continuously delivering value. Okay, fine, good. So fourth, talk about cross-functional team, right? So suppose I'm alone, but maybe 2 or 3% also maybe they're in the kitchen with me. So cross function, what does it talk about? The team should be cross-functional and should be able to perform all the tasks to develop the project or the product, right? So that's what I'm doing. See, I'm cross-functional. I'm chopping. I'm frying. I'm doing everything. I'm participating in inspection. So I'm cross-functional right now. Okay, fine, good. The fifth principle talks about build project around motivated individual, right? So I'm motivated, right? That's why I promised all my family members I'm going to make you very happy, and that's why after every 10%, when I'm reaching towards my target to make them happy, I'm please inviting them with respect for inspection, and I'm very much motivated because I promised them to make them happy, right? And that's what we have to do whenever we promise something to our maybe customer or organization. So we have to be very motivated to deliver the value of the product. Fine, that's good. Okay, what so fifth principle also we follow. Fine. So what the sixth principle talk about is most effective way of communication. I'm sorry, the most effective way of communication. Okay, guys, so sixth principle says that most effective communication way is face to face. Okay, now again in this example, suppose one of my friend or family member is not at home, and I'm trying to ask a suggestion over the phone, and I'm just giving update to him over the phone, so he may not be able to have that maybe understanding of how much it is prepared or what is the proportion of ingredient, or maybe it's just example, so he may not be able to understand properly over the just voice call, or maybe in the even on the video call he may not be able to judge properly how much quantity or percentage of ingredient I'm adding to the paneer butter masala, which is going to make him happy, right? So what is the best way of communication? Face to face. If he would have been with me in the kitchen, he would have been able to make the better judgment, right? So that's what Agile says. That is the sixth principle. Okay, we all agree. Yes, that is right. Fine. Now, seventh talk about working software is the primary measure of the progress, right? So maybe past half an hour, I'm talking that okay, all my family members, friend, I'm going to make you very happy in some time. But then they will start saying, okay, man, stop talking. Let us please tell us how much you have prepared, and now how much time is still there. Now we are waiting for our happiness, right? So working software, or maybe working software is the primary measure of progress. Okay, tell us how much preparation is done and how much we have to still wait to wait for your special dish. Again, okay, seventh principle also we are following. Very good, we are there. And eight says maintain a sustainable working pace. Okay, fine. So I have to be steady. I have to be cool, calm. While preparing this special dish for all my family and friends. If I'll be in hurry, and I'll try to now complete everything in next 10 minutes, though it should take maybe half an hour. So that's not good. Right? I have to maintain study space. I have to take time which is needed. Okay, if I'll make things in hurry, that may not give them that taste and happiness. Also, fine, good. Okay, eighth principle also fine during our this preparation. Okay, fine. Ninth talk about continuous excellence, enhance agility. Fine. So this is a very good concept called bringing excellence in our work. So what does it mean? Bringing excellence means every next day we have to be better. Our work has to be better than yesterday. So that is taking our work toward excellence, right? So during this example, when I'm maybe trying to bring continuous excellence, so that is all on the basis of feedback of my family and friends, that this is how we can make this product even better. So yes, I'm adapting to solution, and I'm making things better. So I'm definitely continuous excellence is in process, and I'm 100% sure that the final product, or this paneer butter masala, is going to make everybody happy. Okay, fine. So now what does 10th principle talks about? Simplicity is essential. Okay, fine. So I have already promised them that I'm going to, this dish is going to be ready at maybe 8 p.m. Fine. So now it's already 7:30, and if I'm getting very fancy idea, I will add this, I will add that. That is going to be 10 p.m. Right? So, so again, so delivery time is the most important thing in Agile, right? You can adapt your scope according to your delivery time, right? But you cannot compromise the quality which you have, or the minimum quality which you have guaranteed, right? What you have promised, you are going to make them happy, right? So now you have to decide how you are going to make them happy. That is the ultimate goal, right? But then if you are trying to add so many fancy ingredients, if something is not available, okay, I'll go and bring, and that will take 2 hours. That is not the way, right? We have promised somebody that okay, 8 p.m. a wonderful dish is going to be ready, and we can make that with available ingredients, and we should be confident about that. So that's what Agile talks about. Simplicity is essential for our delivery. That's what we are doing. Very nice. 11th principle talk about self-organizing team generate most value. Yes, so I'm organizing on my work, right? I'm not asking everybody every now and then about their guidance. So they will get irritated, right? Then they will say that you are not giving us happiness. You are just bothering us. That every second you are asking us guidance. So you have to be self-organized. Okay, fine. After every 10%, once you are going towards your target, we'll come and inspect one. That is fine. But every second I cannot ask somebody's guidance or support. Otherwise, I'm not self-organized and I'm unnecessarily bothering somebody, right? Okay, fine. The 12th it talks about regularly reflect and adjust your way of work to boost effectiveness. Right? And we saw all along that's what we are doing. Okay, that's great. So, just in this example in the kitchen, we are following 4 pillars, 12 principles. Okay. Now let us see what 4 values talk about agile way of working. Okay, let's see all of them one by one. Okay, so here we discuss the agile values in our this example of daily life. So first value of agile talks about the individual and interaction are more important over processes and tools. So that's what we are doing, right? If somebody of family or friend is giving us suggestion that why can't you change percentage of the said ingredient, or why don't you try this new ingredient, so do you think I should tell them no, this is not what the standard process is and I will not do it? No, I cannot do that, otherwise they may not be happy, right? So that's what we are doing, right? Okay. Second things talk about working software over comprehensive document. So that's what we are doing, right? We are reporting I'm reporting my progress, either 10% ready, 20% ready, 30% ready, compared to very comprehensive document that I'm giving in them writing that this is what I've completed. No, that's what we are doing. Okay, okay. So third talks about customer collaboration over contract negotiation, right? Okay, fine. So suppose I first I promised them that this will be ready at 8 p.m. Okay, so this can be considered what we do with our maybe IT customer, that okay, it will be ready after 6 months. But what Agile talks about customer collaboration is more important. Right? Some of my family members has to go maybe somewhere at 8:15, so they came and suggested me, why can't it be ready by 7:30? Okay, fine, I can do that, right? Then again, collaboration is more important than contract negotiation, right? So that's what we can do, or we are doing everyday life, right? Okay. Fourth, talk about responding to change over following a plan. So we saw all along when we adapt to any suggestion from anybody, any stakeholder, so we are responding to change over a predefined plan. Okay, that's all. 4 pillars, 12 principles, 4 values in our daily life. We are doing it knowingly, unknowingly. So that's it. That is all agile way of working. It's not rocket science. We understood that we are doing it as part of our daily life, right? So once we will understand that it will be very easy to implement it, this agile way of working or delivering project through agile way of working very easily in any domain, right? Okay, good. Bye.